Hi, I'm Pox.
I'm Rocco.
I'm Couch Guy.
I'm Raggable.
We've got a little pickle chatting and hacking away. You're watching the Two Smart Guys show with 5 people in it. Every week we cover the latest and greatest in hacking your personal electronics, getting them to work the way you want them to, not the way you're being forced to use them by the large corporations. So.
Wow. Damn the man, save the empire.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, we usually do step-by-step instructions, but every once in a while we take a break and we do like a news show, or we've been getting a lot of requests to do a question and answer show where we've asked you, the viewers, to send us questions and we could answer them. And we do this every Wednesday night live, but we thought we'd go ahead and record it once and put it out there so you guys can get a feel for how the live show goes after we get done recording the hack.
Yeah. Well, the live shows are fun because we have a live chat that goes on during the whole show, which sometimes, you know, we don't get to do the entire time, but people who are in our chat most often know we chat back. But it's very rare that we actually get to answer direct questions from YouTube. And I still want to see video requests and video questions on YouTube because those are awesome. It's a lot better than putting that like in the bottom of the line, because sometimes we don't see those. But if you do a video response, we see that right away.
Yeah, this is a video show. We'd like to have like some video to show.
Yeah. Come on. We know you have web cameras. You guys are singing along with Britney Spears. You might as well ask us a question.
So what was one of the questions that we got?
You know, the first one we got was just how we do our video chat over the web, which I hate to admit is really simple.
It depends on how you take that question. One simple answer is it's Skype.
Yeah, it's Skype.
The more complicated way of answering that, which I actually replied to his question via reply, however I got that in an email, is we're actually chatting on Justin TV with the viewers, and we're recording with each other on Skype, and we're paying for group Skype, which actually costs money. It's like $5 a month.
Yeah. And when Skype craps out, we always revert back to Google Hangout, which works fairly well.
It works well, but there's a stupid flash between when the person talking switches.
Picky.
You know what? It's, for your general use, it works really, really well. The only difference is that what you see in the video and how we're stretched out and all things like that, that's all post-production stuff that Pox works really hard on, and things that happen, you know, during the show. But, you know, as far as just general chatting, the best of it happens just through Skype.
And then we use Wirecast. That's what allows us to take the feed from my laptop with the Skype, and we have an audio mixer to mix all the audio together, and it's pumped into another machine that's running Wirecast that's pumping it out to Justin TV. So it's actually fairly complicated, and it's all explained very well in an episode we did on how we do the show.
And I forgot the pixie dust.
Yeah, so I sent a link to that to him, and I'll probably put it in the show notes of this one because it explains it much better. Because it took us a couple years to get it right, or at least to the point where we're not trying to get it to work for an hour before the show.
All right, wait, let's clarify that statement. It took, you know, Raggable and I a couple of years to get you to stop dinking around with it.
Well, I finally got to a point where I'm happy with it. Yeah, I wasn't happy with it before.
Really? You're not going to touch it anymore?
I never said that. No, in fact, I'm contemplating updating this machine. I haven't touched it for updates in like a year and a half, and it's running this
why it works.
Really old version of Mac.
Take a Windows approach to this. If it works beautiful and it doesn't have any problems, don't mess with it.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
That's actually why I still use XP.
Man, it's just gonna make all sorts of problems.
All right, on to our next viewer question.
So what's the next viewer question?
Something about the Kindles.
They want to know how to do DRM removal.
I got several of those. I only sent you like 1 or 2 of them, but there was probably more like 7 or 8 of them. Every Christmas,
my God, really?
Yeah, every Christmas people dig up our old Kindle hack episode on un-DRMing the books, so you can read them on whatever, you know, your PSP or your watch or your toaster or whatever. And yeah, the hack changed, so our tutorial does not work anymore, and they want to know what's the newest solution.
Honestly, there's probably about 300 of them.
Yeah,
we'll cover that probably next week or sometime, because I've got a Kindle that I'd like to unswindle.
Yay, we need an unswindle a Kindle. I don't have a Kindle, that's the main reason. We were borrowing your mom's last time.
And I have, you know, I have my Nook, so I'm not a Kindle user.
And there's a request on hacking the Kindle Fire. I'm not sure on the status of the Kindle Fire being hacked. I believe it has been rooted already, but not having one.
It was rooted really early, but it didn't have. It wasn't a big deal that you could be able to do with it. So I think the biggest deal was you could bypass the App Store. And because for a while there, you could only download from the Amazon App Store. Oh. And they added the Android App Store. But I think later on, I think after it happened, they said, "Hey, you guys are kind of monopolizing the market. You're going against your own ideals." And then they added the App Store back in there. They said, "Okay, you're right. You have free to purchase wherever you want to."
Well, that's cool.
What about getting like Cyanogen mod onto it at some point in time?
Well, you could. I don't know if there's a Cyanogen mod for it yet.
I think at the time that the hack came out, which was like the day the thing came out, people were talking about it, but I haven't looked into it yet myself. I'm sure it's going to happen.
Now we just need a Kindle Fire.
Speaking of which, did you ever pick up your touchpad?
No, I forgot. Again.
That's it.
Time.
For those people that are watching this live on Justin TV, there's an archive on Justin TV, and every once in a while we do live streams of things that are not necessarily worth doing a show on. But we did a live Justin TV stream of fixing Couch Guy's
Yay!
touchpad again.
And it was either break it badly or fix it, and we got lucky and it fixed. So.
Okay.
I was on the verge of selling a device because I was so fed up with it.
Now, was there a final question that we had in the email?
Let's see. Kindle. Something about the WD TV.
Oh, yeah, BRAD. Somebody wanted to know, they sent a donation to BRAD and they want to know how to download the firmware.
I would, first and foremost, any show that's more than, and I'm being very, very serious, more than 2 or 3 weeks old, you probably should research whether or not there's one, an update, or two, whether or not there's different information. Because sometimes the firmware gets fixed that we add on to something, so the hack no longer works. Or sometimes the firmware, in this case, goes from being a pay-to-play to being free. So sometimes, like, you know, if you look at our links and things like that on this one, we did that show a year and a half ago, and at the time the hack was like pay $20 and you can get the hack, and then about 3 months later it came out for free. I don't know. I haven't spoken to BRAD in a year and a half. I don't think the rest of us have any contact with him.
Did you figure out how to mute your mic when you type on the keyboard, Braggable?
Yes, I'm just too lazy to do it.
So.
At least you know I'm entertaining the chat room.
Exactly. The simple answer to things like this is no, we don't have a direct contact, and no, we are not your liaison to some of these hacks.
I mean, we got to talk with him. He's a really cool guy. Yes. He was just asking people, giving people early access for some donations for his time.
And you know, in reality, the guy is really, really busy. We got really lucky, and it took us a long time to get him on video, and we really appreciated his time. But the guy doesn't just sit there and wait for donations to come in and hand out stuff. He's one guy that's got a regular job, and he does this stuff for fun, and he just needs donations to keep, funding what he's doing. So. And
speaking of donations, we're not asking for any, but we do have ads.
We should.
We should ask for donations. I was thinking of that, though, for Beyond the Clipping Plane. We really do need to start up a Kickstarter project. And
hey, yeah, that would be a good idea.
I don't know what to put on it. So you need to start it up.
I'm not going to ask for money. You can ask for the money. Just go blow
I'll
up
ask
booze.
for money, but, you know.
No, but I'm going to release episode 6 this weekend. Whether you help me finish it or not. So the sound's going to be horrendous, but it'll be out. I'm going to yell fresh meat myself if I have to.
Get Yakko to yell fresh meat.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to do some different dialogue for some of the characters. Or a different voiceover for some of the characters.
Yeah, considering we've been recycling through the 3 of us for every single episode.
Anyways, we do new shows every week. twosmartguys.com, live show every Wednesday at 8:30 Mountain Time at twosmartguys.com/live.
And we would love to have you join us in the chat for that, because believe me, you know, we love, you know, having the chat. We're not always attentive during the showtime, but afterwards we chat a lot. And we definitely want your video questions, responses, and/or I don't even care if you hate us. If you want to give me a video response telling me how much you hate me, that's not unusual. So, you know, I'll take it.
And we're looking for ideas. We want to try and make the show a little bit more like a format to it. Like maybe have a you know, a segment on news and a segment on like trivia, or you know, something along those lines. So if you guys have any ideas on what you'd like to see, like a regularly recurring on a weekly basis in the show, post them in the comments below, and we'll take it into consideration.
Yeah, not everything. No, we don't do everything because, frankly, if it's not something that most people have or you know deal with, we won't. It doesn't make sense. Or if we can't get our hands on one.
What?
Yeah, we can't get our hands on one.
Duct tape.
Yeah. Dunk tape.
Dunk.
Oh, dunk tank. Yes. Yeah, when it's like 30 below, that'd be fantastic.
And we'd hook up one of those machines that pitches tennis balls to like an Xbox controller that the internet can control.
Hey, you know what?
That's
I'm still trying to
donate $5. You're gonna push the button.
One of these days we're gonna get to Arduino stuff, and we're gonna start playing with Arduinos. And once that happens, the sky's the limit. We could create a way for you to shoot, you know, tennis balls at Pox during the show.
What is the deal with torturing me?
Like, Pox is about to change something in the system setup, and then we can just fire that thing off. No, bad Pox. No, bad Pox.
Stop touching. Stop touching. See, I have a theory. If you want to change something, build a new system and change it on that system. And that way, if it works 100%, then you can change out the new system with the old system, and then make sure it works. And then that way, if it doesn't work, you put the old system right back in.
Well, I've got the laptop set up now and the desktop set up, so when I mess with the desktop, I can always fall back to the laptop now. So I'm good, or I should be. Anyways, let's end the show. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
This has been the Two Smart Guys production.